Today I'm going to be showing you the stuff that I've loved this year. Mostly they're just new things that I really like, and they're just all of my favorite things that I found and collected in 2017. If you want to see the things that I've been loving and the stuff that I use all the time on a consistent basis, just keep watching. So first I'm gonna start with body care type of stuff. So my favorite body wash that I've been using is this Dr. Teal's body wash with pure Epsom salt. I really love this because it smells like lavender, and the first time I got it I was using the bubble bath, and the bubble bath is amazing, and so is the body wash. The next thing that's kind of body care is black sugar mask from, where did I get this? I think I got it from Ulta. There was a tester and I opened it, and it smells so good. Oh shit, I got some of it on my nose. The tester that I saw, I liked it a lot because it's really thick and gritty, which is good for exfoliating. I leave it on for 10 or 15 minutes. The first time I smelled it, it smells citrusy. It smells lemony, kind of reminds me of citronella.
Other languages. Candela wax.
I don't know. It smells so good. I love it. And it makes my face so soft after I take it off. So it's just my favorite face mask. On Black Friday, I was at Victoria's Secret. So I got Bombshell and I got Tease. And both of these are so good. Out of all the other ones I smelled, I didn't really like a lot of them because they kind of smelled like candy to me, and I hate, absolutely hate candy, sweet, really sweet scented perfume. The reason why I got Tease, smells so good. It reminds me of my best friend. She used to wear this in high school all the time, and I was like, you smell so good all the time. And I always love that smell, and so I have it now myself, and it just reminds me of her. It's kind of funny. Bombshell is so good. Oh my god. I don't know which one I like more out of these two, but I love both of them. I have this nail polish right here, but I have it on right now and I love it so much. Oh, excuse this nail. It got adhesive on it and now it looks like shit and I have to redo it. I just love this nail color. It's perfect nude pink without being too pink, which I don't like. I don't really like wearing pink on my nails, but this is it kind of goes with my skin tone, so I really like it. The shade is 169 Bare It All. Next I have this Sally Hansen Gel Shine 3D top coat. This I love because it makes your nails so shiny, and it's really thick, but it dries pretty quickly. If you're wearing it on your bare nails, it makes your nails feel way thicker and just coated and protected. It makes your nail polish stay on so much longer. At my work, I have to wash my hands constantly all day long, and so I pick things up, and I do a lot with my hands. So I find that my nail polish rubs off super easily because my nail polish lasts so long, and I don't have time to be doing my nails constantly. So last week, side story, I wanted my lips to be a little more plumped up. My same friend that I was talking about earlier with the perfume, I remember in high school had tubes of lip gloss, and she would put a couple drops, or I don't know how much she put, but she put drops of cinnamon oil into her lip gloss, and then she'd put it on and it would burn the shit out of your lips. Obviously it doesn't do anything amazing to plump your lips up. It just literally irritates your lips. Some cinnamon oil and put it in my lip gloss. And I also thought, I looked up stuff and I heard it's so good and heals things and whatever. I don't even know if that's true. I put way too much on my lips and it burned the shit out of my lips. My lips were cracked and the most dry I've ever had them in my life, and sore on the corners, and I still you can't see because I have a lipstick on, but I have little red marks and stuff on my lips now, that I'm sure it'll go away, but it just I put it too much on and it just burnt the shit out of my lips. It plumps your lips for maybe 5 minutes. The whole point of that story is I use this Vaseline They have like just clear, like the regular one too. This is the Rosy Lips. But oh my god, this stuff makes my lips feel so much better. I was just slathering it on like all day long because my lips were ridiculously dry. So the two primers that have been my favorite this year are both by Smashbox. They're the Smashbox Photofinish. This one I really like to put on the outside edges of my face. It just gives me that like completely smoothed out look. It makes my foundation like go on so nice and smooth. And then I have the Smashbox Photo Finish primer, which is pore minimizing. So this one I use all around my nose and this area because I have pretty big pores, especially on my nose. So I really like get this in there and pat it in, and it fills in my pores, and it makes it a lot better for my foundation and my concealer to go on. I'm pretty sure like so many people would say this, of course, but my favorite foundation of the year is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filtr Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. It is amazing. My shade is 310. One store matched me at 300. Another one matched me at 230 or something, like way off. Like some of the stores like Sephora and stuff like that, I just feel like the lighting is shit. It's so bad because the light just looks so weird. Like I'm just like, I need to take a sample home and try it on my own face in front of my own lights, you know, whatever, or in natural light, because the lighting in there is so fucking crazy. I can't. The only thing I'll say about it is that in the summer, this is amazing because it's really matte and it dries really quickly. But in the winter time, my skin doesn't get dry. My skin's always oily, but in the winter, it's drier outside. There's no heat, so I'm not sweating. I don't get as oily as I do in the summer. It sometimes can look a little dry on my skin, especially after I put all the powders and everything on my skin. Underneath this, I really make sure that every time I use this foundation in particular, I will, after I wash my face, I will put a good amount of moisturizer on my skin. And then I prime my skin and then put foundation so that my face looks like matte, of course, but it's not like super drying and it looks like crazy dry once I get my foundation on. For sure, it's my favorite of this year. I've been using it all year. I have the Tarte Shape Tape concealer in medium. I mean, there's not a ton to say that everybody else hasn't said, and it's creamy and it's so full coverage. The thing that I really like about it though, I think why I like it so much more than other concealers, because I've tried concealers that are really thick, like other concealers that are really thick, but I think why I really like it is the applicator. Like the applicator is so big, it's so easy to just like get it on there so quick. I wish that other foundations that were really thick and creamy were the same applicator, because I think I would like them a lot more. And I could not choose between these two. I have the Makeup Revolution Luxury Baking Powder in Banana. There's so much in here. This is my second one, but I wouldn't have to have bought a second one. I just dropped my first one everywhere. Like, what's new? Whenever I put it on, I feel like there's no yellow tint to it or anything. This is my second favorite. I go back and forth which one is my actual favorite or not, but I use both of these like pretty much the same amount. Cover FX Translucent Light Perfect Setting Powder. It's so good. It's so fine. It's more fine than this one, I would say. But it just makes underneath your eye look so smooth, and like it doesn't do any extra coverage. Like I feel like this might do a little bit of coverage, but obviously this is translucent. It's so good though. It makes my under eye look so smooth. My next product is this True Match Super Blendable Powder. I think it's just a foundation powder. The shade I have is Caramel Beige. In the summer, this is like my regular skin tone. But in the winter, I like to use this as like a bronzer. I use this pretty much all on the outer edges of my face. It blends out really easily. It never is like patchy or anything. Fenty Beauty Kiliwatt Freestyle Highlighter Duo. The shade is Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule. So I think this is supposed to be like the darkest of the highlighting shades. Use them however you'd like, I guess. I use them as blush toppers. This side is like more metallic-y, and this side is kind of, I don't know, just more shimmery. Kind of reminds me not the color necessarily, but similar, like the formula. It reminds me of MAC Warm Soul, and they go on so easily, and just like I just put like a tiny bit underneath and my highlight looks so pretty next. I'm gonna talk about palettes real quick. One that I didn't expect to like as much as I actually do. Colour Chrome palette by Model's Own. This palette is so pretty. First of all, I just love the packaging.
It's like super chrome, rose gold, obviously.
I like all the blues in here because I don't usually like wear that kind of stuff. I never have cream eyeshadows. So I never have cream eyeshadows. And I just think this palette is so pretty, and it's really cool because you can just like put these colors down on their own and they look like slightly wet and metallic-y. It's the Becca Apres palette that came out for Becca's holiday collection this year, so it's not been out very long. But this is the palette, and first of all, the packaging is amazing. It's so like shiny, and it's like crystals around the edges, like it's it looks like icicles or something. Then you get like this huge ass mirror, which is amazing, and these shades are so pretty. Like I love this blush shade. The bronzer is really nice. I use it sometimes like for contour or just like a little bit around my face, and it bronzes my face up more. I like this. It's like a copper blush topper. That's what I use it as. It's like it might be like it's supposed to be a bronzer, but it's so shiny, like I would never use it as a bronzer. This is Opal by Becca, which is like really popular highlighter. I don't use this white shade much, but sometimes I'll take a tiny bit mixed with like a more goldish type of highlight and put it on my inner corners. And I really haven't used this much. I'm not super into like pinky highlighters, but it is really pretty, and I'll find a time to use it. My third favorite palette is like a palette everybody loves, but it's the Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe. There's so many good shades in here. There's so many shades I would use. Obviously, these ones are probably my biggest challenge. I still have not used, actually, I haven't used any of these. I swatch them all the time, and I'm like, oh my god, so pretty, I should use them. But then, like, do I actually use them to go anywhere? No, I don't. But I really should. I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna try to do something with them because, like, they're so pretty. And I wanted to, like, do something on Halloween, like some type of, like, Cleopatra look with, like, these bluish turquoise shades. But I just never did, so. Love it. I love it so much. I'm not going to show you because I dropped it and broke it. Like I dropped fucking everything. It's the Carli Bybel palette. BH Cosmetics. BH Cosmetics. But it is so pretty, and like, oh, I want to show it, but also at the same time, I don't have it around and it's broken. So what I really love about that palette is the duochrome shades in it are amazing. The quality of the eyeshadow is so good. Like, I tried other BH Cosmetics palettes, and I just feel like sometimes the quality isn't there, and like for how inexpensive and how many shades you get, the quality is usually not there for palettes like that. But the quality of those shadows is so nice. They're so creamy. The duochrome shades are so creamy, and they're just like very blendable and amazing. And that palette comes with like a shit ton, like so many highlighting shades, and all of them are amazing. I have not used the iridescent one or the white one because they kind of, my skin is too dark for those, I feel like, but I'll find a way to use them because they're so pretty. If you're looking for like a cheap palette, the Carli Bybel palette from BH Cosmetics is like 23 bucks or something, the deluxe one, and it's amazing, so you should try it out. So my favorite eyebrow product this year, which I just got a new one. It's the Makeup Revolution brow pomade, and I love this stuff so much. What I like to do though, brow pomade to me can always be a little bit stiff and hard to work with. I got this mini little dropper of Josie Maran Argan oil. So what I do is I take like a tiny little drop and I put it in the pomade, and I just kind of mix it around, like a tiny, tiny drop. And it makes my my pomade go on so much easier and smoother, and I can then kind of mix it in more and make the product a little thicker in places where I want it to be thicker and not as like slippery. Also, if you ever get a little bit too much oil, you can take a brow powder afterwards and set the eyebrow with the powder. I can't remember if I used this last year. I don't think I did. But my favorite eyeliner has to be the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. It's super black, it's super matte, and it stays on pretty much all day. And my next product is for my lashes. My favorite by far mascara of this year was the Essence Volume Stylist 18-hour mascara. This is $5, like it's just $5. I don't really think mascara is something that I'm gonna spend. Mascara is not something that I would spend a ton of money on. Like, I feel like most I would pay like $10. Is that bad? I don't know. I'd spend a lot of money on other products, but I would not spend more than $10 to $15 on my mascara. This is like makes my eyelashes so long. Even when I don't wear lashes, my eyelashes look like, you know, I might have some like light wispy eyelashes on or something like that. The applicator is like super pointy at the end. And you can kind of like get really close into the inner corner of your eye and get all those little baby hairs.
There's a hair in my mouth, but I don't know where it is. Okay.
Diva, they're the Diva lashes. So I've used these ones a few times. They're not in the best shape, but they're still in pretty good shape. I love the packaging. It's so cute and hollow, and like the lashes, you definitely can see that you have like fluffy long lashes because they're like 3D, like faux mink type looking ones. But I just like them because the band is really flexible and they are a bit long, so I definitely had to cut mine. But they're easy to put on and they feel like super light and like nothing on my eyelashes, but they look so pretty.
Wait, oh fuck, my hair again. So annoying.
The first lip product that I literally just discovered like a week or two ago is so random. I found it at Walgreens and I've seen this brand before, Jordana. It smells exactly like confetti cake batter. Like that's exactly what it smells like. It's really like a deep like brick type of brown color. The shade is called Molten Chocolate Cake. It goes on so easily. It's just a thin formula. It doesn't cake up at all. You put it on, it dries pretty quickly, but the thing about it is it feels weightless on your lips. Like literally feels weightless. Feels like there's nothing on your lips, and it does dry completely matte, but there's no cracking feeling, there's no dry feeling. Like if I'm just putting on a liquid lipstick to like go out throughout my day, I'm not gonna be like eating a ton out in public. It stays on like just as well as you need it to for just walking around and talking and whatever else. If you're gonna use a liquid lipstick, I think you should use some type of chapstick before, just to make sure your lips don't get super dry, like way too dry. So the first like brush that I'm in love with, which I know everyone's talked about this before, this brush is the Morphe M439, and I'm pretty sure that like I saw this a long time ago. I think Patrick Starr or like Manny MUA was talking about this or something. But it is literally like a beauty blender, and I used to I swear to God, I used to be like, I'll never use a brush to do my foundation. That used to be me completely. Like, I will never use a brush, blah, blah, blah. Now I don't even use beauty blenders anymore, which is crazy. Sometimes I use them for like under my concealer, and like I do like them for some foundations, but I find like super matte foundations or foundations that dry quickly, I want to use a brush. Like I want to spread it out as much as I can. I feel like the Fenty foundation works really good with like a nice foundation brush. That this is like my favorite face foundation brush. Another one I really like for foundation is this, my brushes are super dirty, is this foundation brush from, what is the brand? Bond and Hide. This was in a set of 3 brushes. Here's one of the other ones that I use for setting my under eye with powder, and I got them at Burlington Coat Factory, which is weird, but I always go like places like TJ Maxx or Burlington Coat Factory, and I always find like brushes there. Like I always look in their makeup section and see like if I can find like some like good looking brushes, and every once in a while I will. Most of them look shitty. This is one of my favorite all-time foundation brushes, and I mean, just along with this one you can feel the quality is so much more there. Like it's so much better, it's heavier. This does not feel like it's coming apart. Everything just feels really secure. This one, you can kind of feel like I've used it a long time. It's lighter. This kind of feels like a little rattly, like it might not last forever, but I just love how it applies my makeup. Like I wish it was more sturdy because it's really big, so I can quickly do my foundation and it doesn't take long. And I feel like it's a little less, it's pretty densely packed, but a little bit less densely packed than this one. So sometimes I feel like I can kind of get blended easier with this because it's a little more like, has a little more movement to it. On to the next. These brushes they're super dirty, and I'm pretty tan, so they're all shades of tan basically. This came in a pack of 10. I think I have all of them here. I'm missing one. Anyway, these brushes, they have a nice amount of brushes, like they have a big ass powder brush. This foundation brush doesn't really work for me. They have like a nice fluffy blending brush. They have these like eyeshadow brushes, packing brush. I don't really use this one either. I tried to. It's like a small little flat top. You can't really see it. Amazing. This is my favorite of all of them. It's just like this fluffy highlighting brush, and it is so, the handles are like this silvery purple. They're pointed. This is one of the best things I've found all year. I love these brushes so much. I should have bought like 2 packs so that like, I should have bought 2 boxes of them. I think for 10 brushes, it's $30, and the brushes are so nice. They look really nice. They're gonna last a while, but I kind of wish that oh, this one is really great too, because see how thin it is? And then it's like that. It's so good for contouring, like just really nice. I kind of wish that they had a whole range of brushes just like that, cheap, you know? But different types of brushes, because I would buy so many more. Every other time I've been to any Walgreens, I have never seen them again, which is sad because I know like I'll have to get rid of those eventually, but hopefully they'll have more out someday. Sonia Kashuk. So I got these from Target. This is the one that I keep all of my brushes in, and it holds all of my brushes very nicely when I have to go anywhere. So this is my travel makeup bag. It's the same print. It's from Sonia Kashuk. It has these little handles, which is so convenient, because a problem I have is like I'm carrying 1,000 different bags, and like if I'm going somewhere and I have a bag that has all my clothes or whatever in it, like I don't have much more hands for carrying a box of makeup. So like this is really nice and compact. It has this flap right here that opens up. This is like, oh shit. My palette's right in here, so like I'll just slip my little Jaclyn Hill palette in there, and then you can zip it up and it's nice and closed. Because I've never really had a makeup bag where I could hold my palettes before, so where I can travel with it, so that's really nice. These, I keep some lipsticks and lip glosses in, and then I just tuck them right back in this little pocket. The next little side that zips up is a little harder to show you. This is where I keep all my like foundations and like liquid highlighters and such. This middle, this is so hard to do right now, guys. It's so hard. This is for brushes, but I put all my brushes in a different container because I have too many to keep in here. I kind of keep all my brow products and eyelash shit in here, like whatever. There's a primer water, there's another lash or eyebrow product, like eyeliner, stuff like that in here. And then this little pouch, I keep all my powder stuff. One was like $12 or $15 or something. I think it was 12. And they hold all my stuff. They hold so much stuff, which is crazy because that thing, like when I first bought it, it was flat and it didn't look like it held that much, but it's like a good purse size basically. So yeah, it holds a lot. That's the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching all of my favorite things in 2017, and I hope you guys have a great year. And I hope maybe I gave you some inspiration to try out a few new things. A lot of it is cheap. A lot of it is pretty cheap. I didn't put all the prices of everything, but I'll go ahead and put them in the video. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will have more videos soon. I'm trying to do more and like be consistent.
It's on teeth. God. It's like literally whenever I get lipstick on my teeth, it's only these teeth. I don't get why. Like, I think I talk weird or something. Do I talk weird? Shit, I got more on there. Lipstick on my teeth. Lipstick on my teeth. I need to fan up in this bitch. Sometimes I feel so cool when I wear a bun. Like, I put my hair up and I'm just like, ooh, my hair looks so nice from the side. I'm like, oh, what? Oh, my hair looks so good in a bun.
And then I turn to the front and I'm like, it's not cute.